Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a lot of playing around with new makeup. I've ordered a lot of things from Sephora, and you know what, with the 2 videos a week, I just can't kind of keep up with what I'm ordering. So if you're enjoying the video while you're watching, be sure to give this one a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to stick around for more videos. So like I said, I have lots of new products to test out. This is not everything I've ordered from Sephora recently. I have a lip balm from Rare Beauty. I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation I want to test out. And then a new primer from Shiseido. It's the Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer. I'm excited about this one. It's supposed to soften and blur and mattify. So I'm excited about this one. I also want to test out some products that I've purchased recently. Not fully sure my thoughts on it, but yeah. I haven't sat down and filmed a video in so long, I don't even know what I'm doing. So first I'm gonna go in with the Shiseido Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer. I believe they have a foundation that's the soft blurring foundation. This was $36, has really good reviews. It is supposed to smooth and blur, help reduce the appearance of pores, reduce shine, it's weightless, silky smooth texture. That tells me this has dimethicone in it. Yeah, it's like one of the top, 10 ingredients in here. It says dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic though, which makes me think it's not going to clog my pores. The primer looks really sleek. I feel like this belongs in like a James Bond movie with the matte white, the red, and the black. Whoa, I was not anticipating that. Look at that. Freaky. Looks like a tool. When I went into the website, it said 8-hour hydration and instantly blurs and mattifies, but it also absorbs oil throughout the day. What does that mean? I don't know. Am I going to be hydrated or matte? Okay, so it is this white texture. I don't know. It looks very liquidy. I don't think it smells like anything. It does have a smell. Not a bad smell. Very, very mild smell. Now, of course, when I'm testing out a new foundation, I like to go in with the same primer. If for whatever reason the primer doesn't perform well or the foundation doesn't perform well, I'll test it out individually and see how they do on their own, because it might just not be a good combination together, but I'm hoping that it is. And in this primer, you get 1 ounce product. Okay, it feels very soft. Oh my gosh, it like instantly smooths. Feels very, very soft. Though not super slippy like a lot of dimethicone primers can feel like. Like it doesn't feel like the foundation's gonna slip and slide all over my skin. All right, now let's go in with this Sephora foundation. It doesn't have a ton of claims. I have mine in the shade 4N, which is described as fair skin with neutral undertones. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of shades. That's a lot of shades there. Right now it has almost 5 stars, 174 reviews. It says it's a medium coverage, natural finish foundation. It's long wearing, anti-pollution formula, hydrates skin for up to 12 hours, and infused with skincare benefits like hyaluronic acid, red algae extract, brown algae extract. I didn't realize there were different colors of algae. Guess that I should have known that. You get 0.84 ounces of product and it retails for $20, which is pretty affordable for a Sephora foundation. Okay, something is happening to my skin with this primer. It looks so nice and soft. Like my skin does look very matte right now. It does come in a pump. I think I got the second lightest shade. The lightest shade is for fair skin with pink undertones. Definitely not pink undertones. I would say I'm fair skin with neutral or even a little bit olive undertones. Very thick foundation. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender. Hopefully this matches me. If not, we have bronzer that will come to the rescue. I hope this oxidizes. Doesn't look that light in the tube. So in terms of the pregnancy and all of that, it's going actually pretty well so far. I'm starting to get some back pain. Like I notice my bump is getting bigger, and so my back is arching more to accommodate that. So my back's starting to hurt a little bit, which I assume is not going to get better as baby gets bigger. Yesterday I had 2 lunches because I was so hungry. Okay, here's what I had the other day. I had a breakfast sandwich for breakfast, had a full bagel with cream cheese at, I don't know, 11 because I was hungry. Then come noon, I'm still hungry, and so Chris brought me Chick-fil-A at work. Because I was like, I am not gonna last. I did not bring enough snacks for this appetite. Working from home is so much easier being pregnant because you can just go downstairs and get snacks, you know, and then nap. If you need to nap, you can't nap at work. Like when you go into the office, you can't nap. But working from home just makes it a lot more flexible of a schedule. And so, you can't just, I don't know, when you're at work and like you go into work, you gotta bring snacks or you're kind of screwed, which I thought I brought enough. Apparently I did not bring enough snacks. So I'm hoping that this primer helps out with the foundation because it did say it was a natural finish, and I do have oily skin. If I don't have a mattifying primer underneath a natural finish foundation, I likely will become very oily by the end of the day. Okay, glad I got neutral undertones because I feel like this runs a little bit pink. Like it looks a little pink on me. And it could be because it's too fair of a shade. But yeah, let's try and build it up in my cheek area because I do see a little redness there. I made Chris watch 13 Going on 30 last night. I don't know, I just want to watch all of the really heartfelt movies lately. I'm building it up a little. I would say it's not 100% medium. I'd say it's like low medium coverage because you can definitely still see my skin coming through. And drag down my neck because it don't match me. I definitely see a little bit of a glow, and I don't think it's from the primer because my skin looked very matte before I applied the foundation. But it does look very natural on the skin, so we'll see. I want to see how it looks once it's set down. For concealer, I'm going to test out the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer again. The first time I tried this, I don't think I went in with enough. Like usually I go in with that amount and it's enough of a concealer for me. I think this you have to go in with a little bit more concealer. I was testing it out yesterday and it gave me a lot more coverage when I went in with more, clearly. So I just want to try it out, see if I can make this work for me because I did like the way that it looked yesterday when I wore it. And I've been doing this thing where I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder. I'm doing my makeup a little differently lately where I apply my concealer to one eye and then I go in with my powder and set it down like right away just so that it doesn't crease on me while I'm doing the other eye. That seems to have helped a lot because I definitely get creasing with concealers, and for some reason that's just the way that it is. I think any concealer is going to crease on me. See, it blends out super nicely, and that definitely gave me more coverage. All right, I like the way that looks. Okay, let's set down the rest of the face with the same Laura Mercier powder. I do want to see how it wears on the skin. Right now it's $8.50. I don't usually wear products from Shiseido. If you have any other products that you like from that brand, let me know because I think this is like the first product that I tried. It's not a brand I typically buy at Sephora, probably because it's a lot more expensive typically than other brands. So my face for sure looks a little bit lighter than my neck. I'm going to have to warm it up a little bit, but in terms of how it's sitting, it looks really nice. Doesn't look heavy or cakey. Let me take this, go in as a primer on my eyes. And then again, very similarly to my concealer routine, I set down one eye at a time when I apply my eyeshadow base. I cannot tell you how excited I am that more makeup is coming out. I feel like makeup was in such a dull, I don't know, nothing was happening with the makeup for a long time. Nothing seemed interesting or worth purchasing. So I'm excited to see products that I'm like, excited about. I'm gonna hold off on my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and film. I have 2 Animal Crossing ColourPop palettes that I wanna use in a different video. So I think that one will be up before this one. So if you missed it, I'll link it down below. But I'm going to hold off on my eyes until I can use these palettes. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the makeup. Most of the rest of the things, does that even make sense? Most of the rest of the things are not brand new. I do have this Skin Fix Eczema cream I wanted to test out. And then I want to test out again this Wet n Wild Brow-Sessive brow gel because I have a feeling it's like totally run out of product, which would be a huge bummer because I have not had it for very long. I'm taking the Milani Silky Matte Sun-Kissed Bronzing Powder. Haven't used this in a long time. I feel like I've been in a slump with my bronzers lately. All right, I think the bronzer helped a little bit. Still looks a little fair and it doesn't look like it's oxidizing a ton. I'm gonna go in with a really old blush. I don't even know if this is still available. The Wet n Wild Mellow Wine Color Icon Blush. I don't know, I just was feeling this kind of blush tone today. However, it is very pigmented, so just be careful. Chris and I have been on a decluttering, I don't know. You know when you hear that when you get pregnant, you go through this nesting phase where you're like getting everything ready, you're cleaning out everything. Yeah, that's already started for me. I started that like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something, where I am just going through everything in the house. I'm getting rid of things we don't need, things that we should have gone through a long time ago. Yeah, we've just been decluttering like crazy. Actually picking up a few baby things. Like we got our first couple of items the other day. And when I'm filming this, I'm 18 weeks. Chris and I are trying to decide, we want to go on a baby moon. And initially the baby moon plan was going to be a beautiful European trip. You know, COVID decided to throw a wrench in that a little bit, a lot of it. And so we are going to do something definitely more local. We don't want to not do anything. You know, that's like the whole, I don't know. I feel like it's important to do something before baby comes, just you and your spouse, because once baby comes, like things will take off and they will not stop. We want to go somewhere local, probably into the mountains somewhere and just do an Airbnb. I can't do a whole lot while I'm pregnant. Like I can't snowboard and, you know, long hikes are not something that sound fun to me right now. So we just want to kind of get an Airbnb or something and just chill, do like little date nights at the Airbnb, something like that. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of trying to figure out where we want to go. Want it to be a good driving distance because I do live here in kind of close to Denver. I want to be able to drive there and do like a long weekend. So it can't be too far, but somewhere we haven't been before. Because we do a lot of like mountain trips and stuff. So I think we're gonna figure that out this weekend. Again, I'm not sure if this will go up before or after the gender reveal. We're gonna do a gender reveal thing with just like parents for what baby is when we find out. So I hope to have some footage for that for you guys as well. But I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what baby's gonna be. You know, I always pictured myself as a girl mom. I don't know. I always pictured myself having a girl, whether it's my first baby or, you know, a few kids in. Like I just always imagined there was a girl involved. But I would be ecstatic if it was a boy, and just as long as it's healthy, you know? That's all I care about. I went in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I need like a pillow. I'm gonna go in with the Brow-Sessive Shaping Gel. I did a whole video on reviewing like new Wet n Wild products, and this was one of them. But every time I put this in, it looks like it doesn't really pick up product. When I first used this, it picked up a ton of product because it does go on a little, like it's not totally clear. It's it's got a white tint to it at first, but I've been using it and it's like, okay, where's the product? I feel like I used it a handful of times and then now it's totally run out. So don't know if I'd say this is worth it. And then for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. I haven't used this in a long time. I've gotten very stuck in my everyday makeup routine. Like I have products that I use every day that I know work really well, and then that's it. You know, that's just what I use. But it's fun to have energy to play around with makeup, you know? I've been also getting a ton of headaches lately. And when I say headaches, they're not headaches, they are migraines. Now, I got migraines, like I've had migraines ever since high school when I fell on my neck. I think that was a big part of it. I was being dumb at, I don't know, Jump Street or something, and I landed on my neck and heard a bunch of cracks and whatever. So ever since then, I've gotten really bad migraines, and they used to come just whenever, all the time, doesn't matter. Like I used to get them probably 3 to 4 times a week, and it was really tough on my senior year of high school. Ever since then, like the last couple of years, they've been more hormonal migraines, so they only come on my period week. I get like 2 to 3 of them that week, so that's a rough week for me. Usually, I have my sumatriptan is what I take for my migraines, so I'm always prepared for the migraines. When you're pregnant, you cannot, I mean, you do you. You consult with your doctor and take their recommendation. Mine was not a huge fan of me taking sumatriptan because they said, what is it, like in the 3rd trimester especially, it can like really impact baby's liver or something. I'm not a doctor. I take this with a grain of salt. I would rather be more cautious than risk it. So haven't been taking my sumatriptan. My migraines, like I said, they're totally different than the ones I had before I got pregnant. They are like tension migraines where they're behind my eyes, still light and sound sensitivity. So I basically have to sit and like nap in a room that's dark and quiet all day until it goes away. Sometimes caffeine helps, sometimes like a cold washcloth helps, but I basically have to nap for it to go away. And only sometimes does it go away. It does not. Sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes I'm sleeping the whole day. That has made it kind of difficult to do filming like normal and be like a productive human. So yeah, that's been kind of a struggle lately. I'm working my way through them and taking it one day at a time. I was still talking and my camera shut off. It was very rude. Anyway, what I was saying was like, some days I'll wake up with it and it'll be a whole day thing, and some days it'll come like later in the afternoon, and then I can help it by either napping or getting some caffeine. But it has made it very difficult to not be able to take my sumatriptan, because usually I take it and my migraine's totally gone. These are it's just totally different things. So that has been for sure really hard. Like probably one of the hardest things about this pregnancy so far is these headaches. And I have been going to the chiropractor, which helps, but it doesn't always help. Enough rambling. I think what I'm going to do, because everything is done except my eyes, I think I'm going to go ahead, film, and do my eyes with these palettes, and then I'll be back and I have one more product to test out. It's the Stay Vulnerable Glossy Balm from Rare Beauty. I have not tested anything from Rare Beauty, but this came up on my Sephora and I was like, that looks really pretty. It's a lusciously hydrating lip gloss that delivers high shine with the cushiony feel of a balm, and it's like a neutral shade, so I'm excited. So I'll test that out when I get back from my eyes. I will be right back. Since I last filmed, I actually went out and visited Bye Bye Baby with my mom, got some things, so we're back. Here's how the foundation and stuff is looking. I actually think it looks really nice in natural lighting, but I did want to try out this Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Glossy Lip Balm. This is in the shade Nearly Neutral. This retails for $18. Looks like there's 5 shades. I got the shade Nearly Neutral, which is described as soft neutral pink. And it's got like 5 stars. This is good. Okay. The packaging is very unique. It is flat on one side and then round on the other, so it could sit really nicely like this. But yeah, just very interesting that it's flat, then it's round. Packaging is really nice, by the way. So that's supposed to be non-sticky, long-lasting lip gloss that cushions lips all day with soft, nourishing color and shine. It says it's like a lip mask in a gloss. I just stabbed my tooth. Here's how it looks just on its own, very neutral. It's just a hair darker than my natural lip color. I think this would look really nice on top of a lip liner, just to add a little bit more color to the lips, but feels really nice, feels kind of like a lip mask. It is very shiny, feels cushiony, not super sticky, all the things that it says. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue to test this out. I'm glad I got the shade that I did. It seemed like there were some other shades that I could have gotten. 2 of them were lighter and then 2 of them were deeper, and this seemed to be like right in the middle. So I'm glad I got this shade because it actually is just a little bit deep for my skin tone, but I do really like it. And this also clips into place. So when you like, you hear that? It clips into place just to like know that the lid is totally on. I think it's a very pretty lip gloss for sure. I'm gonna have to test it out more, just to wear it throughout the day, see how it does. So far, liking the primer, liking the foundation. It's not really settling into fine lines or anything, and I've worn it now for a few hours. It's noon. This concealer definitely is fair for me. Do I love it? Probably not, but do I like it? Yes. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer. Yeah, but I think my favorite product so far is this primer. We'll see if it continues to wear well. And let's go ahead and try the Skin Fix Eczema Plus Hand Repair Cream, tested and recommended by unbiased derms. Okay, it's vegan and cruelty-free. Has the biggest thing in it is it has something oatmeal, colloidal oatmeal. I use just a lotion from the drugstore. It seems to do the trick. If I put it on at night, I do not wake up with any kind of eczema or rash on my skin, which is awesome. So this actually might be a really good size for my purse. This was one of the, I don't know, 100-point perk things. Very thick, kind of like the other cream that I have. Ooh, that smell though. It smells like oatmeal. I think, like I said, I think this will be good to have in my purse because I do get very dry and like little red rash bumps on my hands in the wintertime. But it feels very soft, nourishing, sinks in really quickly. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next from me. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.